you have two? Thank you.
This is two, you've got two speeches to make.
I just get it out of them, now I gotta get it back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. This is a very exciting day at Western Kentucky University.
先生、女士们，非常高兴你们能够参加今天这个记者招待会。
Now, what we're going to do today is demonstrate another example of business-university partnership expanded to an international basis.
今天这个记者招待会的目的就是我们再一次是学校与工业界结合的一个表象。
The China WKU, or Western Kentucky University Exchange Program, through Ogden College, has expanded with today's press conference with the assistance of the LECO Corporation from St. Joseph, Michigan.
西肯大基大学与中国煤炭统配公司的交流计划呢，经过今天这个记者招待会之后，就再为扩大，是因为完全是由 LECO 公司的支持。
For the year 1994, LECO will have established an endowment of $50,000 for the Visiting Scholars Fund at Western Kentucky University.
到1994年 ，LECO 公司将完全放5万块美金在西肯塔基大学来支持这个交流计划。
This fund will help support the visiting scientists and graduate students from the China National Coal Corporation to Western Kentucky University and increase the number of Western Kentucky University science faculty studying coal visiting China to lecture and engage in cooperative research.
这个基金的用途呢，第一方面就是来支持那个访问学者或访问的学生从那个中国煤炭统配公司。第二个方面呢，也支持那个西肯塔基大学的教授到中国统配公司教书。
With us today to make the presentation and to introduce the visitors with him is the president of LECO Corporation, Mr. Robert J. Warren. Let me ask Mr. Warren to come forward now.
现在我介绍这个LECO公司总裁沃姆先生。
I want to thank Dr. Meredith for the fine introduction. And many years I've known about Western Kentucky University, but this is the first day in my life, Dr. Riley, that I get the privilege of being here. After I've talked to a lot of people out there, I see them smiling out there all the time. If I get talking, I'll leave you out.
我今天非常高兴能够来到西肯塔基大学，因为我认识那个约翰Riley 先生，从很早以前就认识他，这是我第一次来到西肯塔基大学访问。
Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce the people from LECO. Dave Anderson, my Vice President of International. Dave.
今天介绍国际销售副总裁。
And John Hawkins, Vice President of International Sales too. And Jerry Bergenhagen, who handles our sales manager's work in St. Joe, Michigan.
3位完全都是负责国际销售的。
And I even got cards today. Somebody typed these up for me, and of course it's been a long weekend, and I'm not too organized this morning, but you know, all the years we've worked with Western Kentucky, and like we mentioned, Dave has started going to China in 1973. So LECO has been in China probably before Nixon even got there. So we know the Chinese people, and we like working with them very much.
LECO 公司从1973年就进入中国大陆的市场，然后同时也与肯塔基大学有非常悠久的关系。
And through this program at Western Kentucky, we like to be a part of assisting, you know, in the scientific improvement in the coal technology, and along with Western Kentucky and LECO and the Chinese, I'm sure it'll be a very successful program.
我们非常愿意支持西肯塔基大学与中国煤炭统配公司的交流计划，我们一定大力的支持这个交流计划。
And I think we all know that Kentucky is the largest producer of high BTU coal in the United States. Is that right?
肯塔基是全美国产热值最多的煤的一个州。
And I'm not for sure, but I know China has probably got one of the largest reserves of coal left in the world. And so science and technology and working together on this program should benefit all our peoples.
中国也是储存量最多的一个国家，希望以这一次交流计划能促进一个西肯塔基大学跟中国统派公司的交流计划更完美。
And so making these funds available to this program is something that we really like to do at LECO, and we know the people of Western Kentucky likes it, and it puts both the Chinese people and the American people close together in scientific endeavors.
我再一次表示呢，我们支持这个计划，所以说我们非常愿意把这个基金呢建立起来，也能够支持这个交流计划。
And so now I'd like to present President Meredith a check for this foundation program.
We'll
Did I
take it
do it
any,
wrong?
we'll take it any way that it goes. Check for $50,000 to begin the endowment.
Okay, now I turn the podium back over to someone.
Back to me. Okay, thank you. Let me officially welcome our guest from China with Niao.
Thank you.
And let me ask the leader of our group, Dr. Zhongjin San, to come forward for remarks at this time.
请
Was she wanting to make remarks or not?
Yes.
Okay.
She speak English, so she doesn't need me.
Oh, okay, great.
For English. At first, I want to introduce my Chinese friends. Please. 这是我们的王先生。我先介绍你吧。
My name is Chen, the Director of China Coal Society. Right now, the students at Western Kentucky majored in economics.
Please. 这是我们的郭司的。
Mr. Guo, the Deputy Director for Production Department, for Transportation Department to the National Coal Corporation.
这是生产司的环办主任。
Mr. Chin, who is the Chief of the Environmental Control Office for Production Department to the National Coal Corporation.
林先生呢是四川省煤炭厅的选煤处长。
Mr. Lin, who is the Division Chief for Coal Preparation Division of the Coal Bureau of Sichuan Province in China.
王先生是外事局的。
Mr. Wang, who is
国际会议
the
组。
coordinator of International Department for the National Coal Corporation.
Okay. I want to try speak in English. Dear President Meredith and dear President Warren, on behalf of China National Coal Corporation, I would like to express my sincere thanks to LECO Corporation for the contribution of funding to facilitate the academic and science exchange programs between the Western Kentucky University and the China National Coal Corporation. I would like to express my sincere thanks to Western Kentucky University. In the past several years, Western Kentucky University has made great efforts in developing the friendly working relations with the institutions of the China National Coal Corporation. Many Chinese scholars have visited and studied and trained in your university. And numbers of professors have visited China in deliver your experience. I firmly believe that the fund sponsored by LECO Corporation and organized by Western Kentucky University will further promote the cooperation between Western Kentucky University and the Chinese coal institutions. We will try all our best to develop and strengthen the relationship and the cooperation with Western Kentucky University. And I'm sure that we will have a very good technical cooperation with LECO company. Thank you all very much for your kindness and sincere friendship. Thank you.
Very good. I think you need not worry about your English. Excellent job. Excellent. I think it might be appropriate at this time to ask Dr. Copcella and John Riley to come up, and any others, and join Dr. Pan, and we may be able to address any questions that you may have this press conference. Let me add while they're coming up that, as many of you know, this is our second venture into China on a cooperative, working in a cooperative relationship with the USA-China Consortium on Education. So we're excited to be a part of that. Any questions that anyone might have about this very generous endowment on behalf of LECO Corporation? Yes.
Do we know at this point what type of research might be concentrated on?
You want, John?
I think our primary interest in Western Kentucky is coal desulfurization, and that's where we're making a lot of headway in coal research. We're also looking at combined fuels combustion as an active project. So these projects, we already have Chinese students in our laboratories working on projects that are supported by TVA and CRSC from the Illinois Coal Board, and others will develop in the years to come.
In terms of technology exchange, what kinds of things do we have to offer the Chinese, and what kinds of things do they have to offer us? On your coal program in chemistry.
Well, we have an active educational program in coal chemistry, and we're also very active in ASTM methods of coal analysis. And one major emphasis that the Chinese people will be looking for in their coal program is coal quality. And so with our expertise in ASTM methods of developing ASTM standard methods for coal analysis, we can help them with that in developing their own standards for coal quality. I have to think. They have a lot of active programs in synfuels and at the China National Coal Corporation. They have a lot of expertise in coking, making materials from coal that we do not have, and that we're really interested in this country. And they're also looking at ways of better utilization of coal rather than just for power plant combustion. So the China National Coal Corporation has a lot of research programs in that area, and we would be interested in looking at those with them.
As I understand it from our earlier conversation, the China National Coal Corporation generates 80% of the coal production in all of China. And that's a lot of coal production. We're excited to be a part of this. Yes, Bob?
Can you tell us a little bit about the relationship between LECO Corporation and Western?
Japan?
John, I think you do that.
Short straw, John.
Okay. We've tell them the truth. We have been, LECO has been good supporters of Western's program for over 8 years, and they've made it very easy for us to obtain equipment through grants from National Science Foundation, from U.S. Department of Energy, from other programs where we are able to put together some money with their help and get the equipment that we need to carry out our research and educational programs at Western. They've been very supportive of us for a long time. We're very thankful to them for that.
As a matter of fact, I think, do I I remember correctly, that we have about a $130,000 piece of equipment that they played a major role in helping us acquire.
The National Science Foundation's enough for that.
Yes, but the emphasis, the help was there from, we, quite often in applying for research grants for money for equipment, you get a favorable review if you can show that you have industrial cooperation and that you have an ongoing program that will be used, that make good use of equipment. So we have done this many times in getting money from National Science Foundation, just recently from the U.S. Department of Transportation, the first big grant that we got, and some of the other granting agencies. And with LECO's cooperation, making available the equipment that we need and the generous contributions, sometimes we were able to obtain equipment that we have in our, that we use in our programs. So that's been a very good relationship, and very thankful for them to, all we do is call up and say we need some help, and they provide the equipment, or equipment information for us.
Most of you know Dr. Riley heads up our coal science lab, and we have, tell them about our academic program, that we have one of the few.
We have the only Masters in Chemistry coal science option. It's the only one in the country. And many of the Chinese students that are here participate in that program. It's very well recognized in the U.S. and also internationally. We have also have foreign students from other countries in the program as well. We have a minors in coal chemistry, minor that requires about 27 hours of chemistry, including coal chemistry courses. And we also have a coal technology degree. It's an associate degree that's offered for lab technicians. We also offer short courses each year in our laboratories for people coming from around the U.S. and Canada to participate in the short courses. The most recent one was in April of this year. We had several people from Canada participating in that short course. So we have a wide variety of coal programs that we offer, primarily coal chemistry, that we can offer to people around the U.S. and into an international level as well.
Or John will meet with you individually.
Yeah.
Talk about those. Any other questions? Yes.
Curious from the university standpoint, with the dramatic changes taking place all over the world, it seems, probably, do you think exchange programs like this maybe become a little more prevalent?
Yeah, I do, without question. The world is so small now. Communication links and transportation links are so incredible that I think these kinds of exchanges are going to be very much commonplace. I mean, we can be in China in 12 or 13 very long hours. But fact is, you can be there today. I mean, you just get on a plane and be there. It's no problem. Leave right out of Nashville and one stop and you're there. So it's amazing. Just amazing.
Well, one thing about the science of it all is that there is no such thing as Chinese science or American science. It's just science. We approach to pushing back the frontiers and finding out new and better ways. Sometimes politics makes it difficult to affect the kind of cooperation that we like to see, but the scientists are always open and willing to share what they know with others, and I think this kind of tradition that's being developed, I think, may actually help solve some of these political differences and make the world a better place to live.
I think most have found that in cooperative arrangements with other countries that the people don't have any problem at all. You know, they work very, very well together in all of our programs. That's not the problem. It's other kinds of things. So we're excited about this. Any other questions? Well, let me say to our contributors, LECO, how excited we are about this opportunity. And we know great things are going to come out of it, and we appreciate the fact that you've given us this opportunity to engage in this dialogue and sharing of information to an even greater degree than we've done so far. You want to say something close to that?
校长再一次谢谢LECO公司给我们这个大力的支持这个交流计划。我相信这个计划一定是非常成功的。
And to our guests from China, we say thank you for being a part of this and your willingness to work with Western Kentucky University. We look forward to a long-lasting relationship.
再一次的，我表示欢迎你们来到这里，而且我希望我们将来能够继续的合作，在这个交流计划之下。
And to all of you, thank you for coming. In Chinese, that's 谢谢。